Nothing beats brain rot, just mindlessly scrolling on your phone, consuming media that has no value. What is brain rot exactly? Why are we watching this content? Hi, my name is Jaden and I make commentary videos on culture, media, and kind of whatever's going around in the world that I feel like yapping about. And today I want to talk about brain rot. Now, since TikTok has been banned and then unbanned and then banned again and unbanned again. I'm honestly confused with what's going on in the US, but I think TikTok's back, which means everyone can go back to their brain rot filled days. How exciting. Definition. What is brain rot? Brain rot. Low quality, highly stimulating content that leads to cognitive and psychological decline. Origins of the term. Popularized in recent years as a way to describe the mental effects of overexposure to shallow, repetitive, or overstimulated online media. Platforms include TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and similar platforms with short-form content. Okay, so now we know what brain rot is, and we all consume it. If you are on TikTok, if you're scrolling on Instagram Reels, if you're on those Facebook Reels, if you are on literally any short form content type of platform, you've probably come across brain rot and you've probably watched brain rot. You might have enjoyed a video and not even realized it's brain rot. Some examples of brain rot include that iconic video of the cat that goes like, you know, that's full-on brain rot. Those weird it's essentially just these weird random videos. I don't know what's wrong with my sister's Instagram feed, but she gets the weirdest AI brain rot content I have ever seen. And she just sends them to me and I'm like, what is this? And it's just bizarre. That doesn't go without saying that all short form content is brain rot. Brain rot is specifically that really pointless, meaningless, weird, dystopian kind of content that you see. Think Skibbity Toilet. That is brain rot. That funny cat I was just talking about, that is brain rot. But brain rot is not short makeup tutorials or a short story time video. Brain rot specifically has no value and doesn't teach you anything or benefit you in any way. It's literally just to overstimulate your brain and keep you entertained for the sake of keeping you engaged and stuck on an algorithm. Three main components to what brain rot does to you. The first one is the cognitive decline. This is when you start to have issues with memory, shortened attention span, and difficulty focusing on complex or longer form content or conversations. This is a big issue that I've seen a lot of teachers complain about in regards to the younger generation, because they do not have solid attention spans anymore, because they're so their brain has literally gotten the brain rot stuck. They cannot focus on long conversations. They have trouble with long-term memory. They can only focus on super short, super engaging, super stimulating content because that's what they've been so exposed to since they were toddlers. So that definitely makes a pretty big impact, opposed to older generations who were not exposed to this oversaturation of short form media that has no value. We have that we have a better attention span. We can retain more information. We can sit through boring lectures and we can still go on with our day and not be fully zoned out and distracted. Brain rot also affects your emotional state. It can lead to more anxiety. It can lead to depression. It can lead to poor self-esteem and self-comparison. Because when you're watching all these short form videos, you don't have enough information to fully gauge what's going on. So in some cases, it could be a video that just makes you really sad, and then the next video makes you super happy. And it's just constant back and forth, and your brain can't fully comprehend what emotion it wants to focus on, because every single video you're seeing is triggering different parts of your brain, so you're feeling all these different things, and it can kind of confuse your overall like processing in your brain, that you just feel confused, or maybe the content was like negative in some kind of way and it makes you reflect on yourself in a negative manner, especially if your feed and algorithm are all focused on negative content. That's all your brain's going to pick up on, and that's all you're going to think about. Brain rot content also affects brain development. This was in a couple of different studies. I pulled some articles from Colgate Maroon News and Very Well Mind, The Psych, and The Slate. Those are my sources. Brain rot specifically is more like negatively affecting younger kids because their brains actually aren't developed. They're too young. When you're a kid, you learn based off of observing, seeing, doing, all those little things, right? So if you're a kid who's just on TikTok constantly, that's what your brain's gonna pick up on. That's how it's gonna think. It's going to only know how to comprehend very short content with no context. It's going to stunt the brain growth. They won't be able to learn how to properly expand their mind and their thoughts. They've also been proven to lack more critical thinking skills, which is going to affect them long term in the future when they are older and do go into the workforce. They're not going to understand what they're supposed to do because they didn't experience any like longer form content. They didn't have to sit through lectures. They didn't have any in-person conversations with people. So much of school as well is also online now as well. I know, especially after the pandemic, online school in general has gotten way more popular, and people are now like multitasking while like say a lecture's on in the background. They're using their lecture more so as like a podcast and just doing like whatever they want around their house. And that's not getting them fully engaged. That's like one of the only good things, I guess, about like a school setting is that you can't really do something else on the side. You have to be fully engaged to properly learn and actually grow from it, opposed to when you are doing it online. And you know, I'm somewhat a hypocrite in this way because I was homeschooled, so I never actually went to any real schools throughout my life except for like college. Culture shock for me. Why am I dying? I'm kind of a hypocrite in that way because I was homeschooled and I did do this. I would multitask while doing my schoolwork. And then when I went off to college, I was like, how am I supposed to sit through these lectures and like learn without multitasking? I learn better myself if I am doodling while I'm listening. I don't know why. Probably because that's just what I did my whole life, and now that's the way I'm going to learn. But it's not always going to work out like that. You might not be allowed to kind of doodle in your class. It's different because I was in an art class, so, you know, art lectures, I could just like la 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 while I'm listening. But if someone wanted to get into a more advanced program, like, I don't know, STEM or something like smart people stuff, they're going to need to have more space in their mind to be able to think critically, to learn, to have long-term memory, and like fully expand their brain to properly learn. So where did brain rot come from exactly? Because it's somewhat of a new thing. Like, it wasn't too big around my generation, but it's definitely popular now. Where did it come from? Why is it here? What's going on? Well, brain rot was literally created, like, algorithms are geared towards brain rot because they want to sink people in. They want you to be engaged. They want you to get addicted. They just want you to be on the algorithm so the company makes money. The companies that offer the short form content, the whole purpose for them obviously is to make money. They studied like how the brain works and everything. They know dopamine will be triggered by the shorter form content. People will be more engaged, and that will keep them coming back, which will keep the views going up, which will keep them getting money. That's literally why, because they want your money, and they don't care about your mental well-being as long as they get money. Brain rot content isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon, and it's probably only going to continue to flood social media more and more. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are still a lot of creators out there that do post meaningful and educational content that actually does add value to your everyday life. It's just the matter of finding it. The effects of brain rot content do have potential ways to affect people's relationships, careers, education, all that stuff, and we don't want that to happen, obviously. And there are content creators out there that do post meaningful and educational content. You just have to know where to look. Now, dabbling in like brain rot content from time to time, that is fine. Like, we all do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a matter of not letting yourself get fully addicted to that kind of content, because it's only going to make you feel bad and going to make you feel underproductive and doubting yourself and just kind of like feeling lost and confused and just having like conflicted emotions, which isn't healthy at all. So if you do find yourself doom scrolling, which we all do, try to like not fall into the brain rotty content. Try to narrow down like what kind of content you look for. If you're scrolling through your For You page, yeah, you're gonna get lots of weird, questionable videos. Maybe if like you can feel yourself being like, what am I watching? Like, what is this? But I can't like look away kind of situation. Maybe that's when you want to go to like the search bar and search for something specific. Maybe you want to look for a DIY. Maybe you want to make a tutorial. Maybe you want like, I don't know, the news. I don't know. It's also important to just limit screen time overall in general. A lot of studies have proven that social media in general does impact your brain. Like, any kind of content online can. That's just how it goes. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I know it does, and I know for sure I feel like garbage if I've spent half my day scrolling on my phone opposed to if I was doing something else. So you can also check your screen time, like right now. Right now. Grab your phone and check what your screen time is. I'll do it too. You got your screen time up? I got mine up. Okay. What is your daily average? My daily average is 53 minutes. I'll show you so I'm not lying. It didn't used to be like that. I wonder if I can like go back to like years ago. But anyways, my screen time did used to be really high, and it's only at like an hour a day now because I limit how much I go on my phone, and I fill my day with more meaningful and or educational hobbies and tasks, because I didn't like being stuck on my phone all day. I didn't like the way it made me feel, and I slowly took steps to distance myself from being chronically online, and I am doing better because of that. So I guess I'll just tell you kind of like what I did to kind of distance myself from being addicted to my phone, I guess. Well, setting timers is definitely a useful thing. I would limit how long I would let myself scroll on social media for. So like, say I just got home from work, I'd be like, well, I'm not going to scroll on social media until after I've done like my self-care things after work, as an example. Like, I need to have dinner, I need to clean, I need to shower, I need to just tidy up my room a little bit, I want to journal for a bit, then I can go on my phone. And then when I am on it, it's like, okay, I'll go on it for half an hour this day. So I'll set a little timer for like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can do all my social media stuff, timer ends, I'm done. No more phone. That one's actually pretty useful. Doing like a social media cleanse challenge, those are kind of fun actually. We just kind of delete all your social media and see how long, like try to do it for like a month, or even just doing like a weekly cleanse. So like, just don't touch any of your social medias, say like on the weekend, just like, they're gone. Out of sight, out of mind, disable them. I don't care, like just get rid of them. And then of course, filling out your day. Like, think about it, like now that you know how much screen time you had, say you had like 6 hours of screen time. That 6 hours you could do something else with for your day. Maybe if, since you are like, say you are like super stuck in the short form content universe and you spend 6 hours a day scrolling, if you can't focus on like say one task for 6 hours, which I don't think anyone can because that's wild. Try to think of something different to do every hour to keep yourself stimulated, keep yourself busy. Whether it's learning a new hobby, like, I don't know, you play guitar for an hour. And then when you start to get tired of that, okay, go draw for an hour. Go on a walk. Go play with your pets. Go visit a friend. Go hang out somewhere. Go for a walk. Go get tea. Go to the mall. I don't know. But just like keep a variety going, you know? Like there's so much more to the world than just being on your phone. And you will thank yourself when you start to distance yourself from being stuck on your phone all the time. Like right now, it is such a beautiful day. As soon as I'm done filming this video, I am going out because, oh my gosh, the sun is out. The sun is so rare in Vancouver in January, and I am so excited to just be outside in the sun. I'm going to go get a coffee after this. I'm going to... Oh, I need to get loony so I can do laundry. See, look, I'm already planning things I'm going to do, and that doesn't even involve my phone. I'm going out after I film this video, I'm getting coffee, I'm getting changed so I can do my laundry, and then I'm going to go to the fabric store because I need to finish my cosplay, and I ran out of bias tape, so I'm going to go buy bias tape, and then I'm going to come home, and then I'm going to do my laundry. While my laundry's doing its thing, I'm going to work on my cosplay some more, and then I guess I'm going to make dinner at some point, and then I'm going to clean because I need to clean my room, and then I'm probably going to watch some Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds drama because I'm invested in this drama. And yeah, see, none of that involves my phone. Quick, simple, easy, love it, live it, cool. Anyways, I hope this video was somewhat eye-opening for you in some sort of way. Let me know if you've fallen for Brainrot content and what your screen time is. I'm very curious to know. And if you do have a high screen time, how do you plan to lower it? Or if you already have a low screen time, what do you like to fill your day with? I'm curious. Give me some ideas. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!